I have exciting news for you. From the week of December 5th until the 15th, you will have the opportunity to win an all access lifetime membership pass to the personal development school to give yourself the gift of healthy relationships this holiday season. We will be selecting five lucky winners to receive special prizes. And all you need to do is to be subscribed to our YouTube channel, like this video, and then click the link in the description and register your email in order to be entered to win. There are also bonus points for those who comment below on how a lifetime membership to our school could really benefit them or impact their lives. So make sure you check your email on December 16th to see if you win. Again, we'll have five winners that get all sorts of different access and prizes to PDS. And if you don't hear back from us, please don't worry. Everyone who enters will also still receive a small gift from myself and the personal development school as a thank you for being a valuable member of the PDS community. And all of the details are listed in the description of this video below. Best of luck. So, a lot of fearful avoidants, when I first would discuss boundaries with them, would frequently tell me, I'm really good at setting boundaries. I'm okay in that area. I don't really need to do any work there. And I'm referring specifically to when I was working in client practice. And I would always take it a step further and end up questioning the fearful avoidant, saying, okay, but are you good at setting boundaries without being angry? And more often than not, the answer I would hear would be, oh, well, when it comes to setting boundaries without being angry, like I thought that being angry is how you set boundaries. And that actually couldn't be further from the truth. In fact, angry boundary setting is a symptom of not really having good boundaries to begin with. And sometimes I would see that fearful avoidance felt so disempowered setting boundaries that it was only once they were angry that they actually felt comfortable enough to say their piece. So, in this video, we're going to go through signs that you're getting better at boundaries. And we'll talk a little bit at the beginning here just about what sort of leads to poor boundary issues to begin with and things to pay attention to going forward. So, first and foremost, what you will often see is that fearful avoidants tend to really be disconnected from their boundaries. And this is usually because setting boundaries as a child wasn't really an option. This can be for a variety of different conditioned reasons, but can include reasons such as you were punished excessively if you set boundaries. You couldn't have boundaries because you were caretaking other people and needed them to be okay for you to be okay. You were afraid that if you had boundaries or said no, you would feel like a burden or you would be abandoned or unwanted. And so all these different patterns can arise and get conditioned into the subconscious mind so that boundaries objectively are a good thing, right? We need to know where we end and somebody else begins in order to really show up for ourselves in relationship with others and in order to be able to relate to others in a healthy way. But even though these are objectively healthy things, if we got conditioned to feel like these are not healthy or that they were going to mean something bad for us, like if I set a boundary, I would get excessively punished, then we start associating our boundaries as bad things. And this is very common for fearful avoidance, and they can come to actually fear their own boundaries. So, as you're going through the journey of healing and learning what your boundaries are, and doing a boundary audit, and doing some exposure work on setting your boundaries, and learning to recondition your limiting beliefs you have about having boundaries, like if I set boundaries, I'll be unsafe, or I'm bad, or I'll be a burden. As you start actually reconditioning these ideas and doing some work and getting some awareness, you may start to see the needle move. So let's talk about some ways of really being able to tell if we are getting better and some signs to pay attention to on the journey of becoming better boundary setters. And also, if this is something you're really struggling with, it's so valuable for your relationships. And I actually have a course you can check out for free for 7 days, all about boundaries. You can use the link below if you're interested. You can dive right in there. And that link also gives you access to all of PDS for 7 days. So you can jump on webinars with me, all that exciting stuff. So the first sign that you are getting better at setting your boundaries is that you're learning to take yourself into consideration. Like you don't just say yes or just say no. You don't have these reactive responses to commitments or asks for commitments. You're able to actually be like, how does this work for me? So let's say, for example, somebody says to me, hey, Thais, I'm going through a hard time, can you come over for the weekend and help counsel me through some of the things I'm going through all weekend long? I might sit there and go, like I know that I care about this person. I would like to help them. But for me, I know that I need my Sundays to recharge. And I know that I do webinars on Saturdays and that I like to have date night with my husband Saturday night. And that's really important to me, though, all of those things. And so, maybe what I can give to this person is my Friday evening. And so I'll take myself into consideration. If I'm really exhausted and really tired for some reason, I might be like, you know what? Let's talk on the phone for an hour. Or I might say, hey, I can't this weekend, maybe next weekend. But I am able to sort of consider where I'm at, what my circumstances are, what my needs are, what's important to me as a person. So I can give, but I'm not just saying a full yes. I'm not just saying a full no. I'm able to take myself into consideration and see what feels like a good collaboration for me. Right. So this is one of the first things you'll start seeing is that you're able to not just feel like pressured to say yes to everything or that you just have to say no because you're setting boundaries. You're able to like really consider your middle ground, your needs, their needs, and kind of form some kind of healthy opinion where you've really considered yourself first. And while considering the other person, right? It's like a consideration of both parties. Number two, you are setting proactively, not from anger. I have a dear friend who always said to me, and he works in the same industry, and he was referencing other clients, and he would always say, when you see people get angry, you know that a lot of things had to go wrong first. And I really agree with that. Like that makes a whole lot of sense. If you're angry, there were probably a lot of times you didn't speak up first, or a lot of things you held back or held in. And so when you know that you're just setting boundaries proactively, you never have to get angry when you set them. This is a great sign of growth in the boundary department. The next one is that you are in your body. And it's really hard to know what your boundaries are when you're not connected to your body, when you don't feel grounded. You feel like everything's happening so fast. You feel like you're kind of disconnected from the sensations in your body. And this brings me to point number four, which is that you have to be able to listen to your emotions. And three and four here really go hand in hand because being able to set boundaries effectively requires embodiment. It requires being in your body, being able to notice your feelings as they come up in real time, because your feelings are actually alerting you to whether or not you have a boundary or not. They're alerting you to your yeses and nos. And without being able to really anchor in and get grounded and rooted in what you are feeling, it's hard to know what direction is a yes or no for you. So, as you start feeling like you're in your body, you're connected to your feelings, you're able to witness the sensations happening in your body in real time. These are all great signs that you are on a fantastic track to having improved boundaries. So, I hope this makes sense to you. Thank you so much for watching, for being here. Again, you can check out that boundaries course for free for 7 days using the link below. And if you're enjoying this channel, please subscribe. Please hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. And I will see you in tomorrow's video.